Ever feel that deep soreness a day or two after a tough workout, like climbing stairs becomes a punishment? Ever feel like your legs are made of lead the day after leg day? Like even sitting down feels like a workout? That's DOMS. But what is it really? And is it a sign of progress or a red flag? Let's decode it. In this video, we're diving deep into the science of DOMS, understanding why it happens, and most importantly, how to manage it effectively. We'll separate fact from fiction and equip you with the knowledge to optimize your training and recovery. Whether you're new to lifting or a seasoned athlete, understanding DOMS is key to maximizing results while minimizing unnecessary discomfort. So, let's get started and unravel the mystery of DOMS together. So, what exactly is DOMS? DOMS stands for Delayed Onset Muscle Soreness. It's that familiar feeling of stiffness, tenderness, or even pain in your muscles, usually appearing 12 to 72 hours after a workout. You're more likely to experience DOMS after you've pushed your muscles harder than usual, worked out for longer, or tried a new exercise. Think back to that first day back in the gym after a break, or that time you tried a new squat variation. You probably felt it the next day, or maybe even the day after that. But why does it happen? Well, contrary to popular belief, it's not lactic acid buildup. DOMS is actually caused by microscopic damage to your muscle fibers. This damage is a natural response to the stress of exercise, particularly eccentric movements. Eccentric movements are when your muscle lengthens under tension, like lowering a dumbbell during a bicep curl or running downhill. These movements create more micro tears in the muscle fibers, leading to greater DOMS. Now, while the word damage might sound a little scary, it's important to remember that this is a normal part of the muscle growth and repair process. Let's break down the science behind DOMS step by step. When you challenge your muscles with new intensity, volume, or novel movements, you create those tiny micro tears in the muscle fibers. Think of it like this. You're essentially sending a signal to your body that it needs to adapt and get stronger. This micro damage triggers an inflammatory response. Inflammation is your body's natural way of healing and repairing itself. During this inflammatory response, blood flow increases to the affected muscles, bringing along white blood cells and other immune cells to clean up the damaged tissue. This process can cause swelling and tenderness in the muscles. The micro tears and inflammation also activate pain receptors in your muscles, sending signals to your brain that you're sore. The result? That stiff, sore feeling, your body's way of saying, hey, we're building back stronger. This is why you feel that aching, throbbing sensation in the days following a tough workout. But here's the crucial part. This entire process is what ultimately leads to muscle growth and adaptation. As your body repairs the micro damage, it rebuilds the muscle fibers stronger than before, making them more resilient to future stress. DOMS often gets a bad rap, but it's not always a negative sign. In fact, it's your body's natural response to unfamiliar or intense physical stress. That soreness you feel. It's a signal that your muscles are undergoing tiny micro tears, an essential trigger for repair and growth. It tends to hit harder if you're new to training, changing your workout, or pushing through eccentric movements like slow negatives. But here's the deal. Chasing soreness shouldn't be your training goal. DOMS is just one signal, not the measure of a good workout. Many advanced lifters actually experience very little soreness because their bodies are adapted and their progress doesn't suffer. That's because they train with precision, manage volume, and prioritize recovery. What amplifies DOMS? High volume sessions, intense eccentric loading, unfamiliar movements, or simply poor recovery habits like inadequate sleep, hydration, or nutrition. Now, while some soreness can be a normal part of the training process, it doesn't mean you have to suffer through it unnecessarily. So instead of chasing pain, chase smart progression and recovery. Your gains will follow. There are several strategies you can implement to help reduce DOMS and optimize your recovery. First and foremost, active recovery is key. Light activities like walking, cycling, or yoga can help increase blood flow to the muscles, delivering nutrients and removing waste products that contribute to soreness. Proper nutrition is also crucial. Ensure you're consuming enough protein to support muscle repair and growth. Incorporating anti-inflammatory foods like fatty fish, berries, and turmeric can also help manage inflammation. Hydration is often overlooked, but it's essential for muscle recovery. Dehydration can actually worsen muscle soreness, so aim to drink plenty of water throughout the day, especially before, during, and after your workouts. Sleep is when your body does its best repair work. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night to allow your muscles adequate time to recover and rebuild. Massage or foam rolling can also help alleviate muscle soreness by increasing blood flow and reducing muscle tension. Focus on the muscles that are feeling particularly sore, spending 5 to 10 minutes on each area. When you're dealing with DOMS, the worst thing you can do is go completely sedentary. While rest is important, total inactivity can actually slow down blood flow and delay recovery. Gentle movement, like walking or light stretching, keeps circulation going and helps flush out inflammation. Also, avoid relying on NSAIDs like ibuprofen as your go-to solution. Sure, they reduce pain, but overuse can interfere with the body's natural inflammatory process that's essential for muscle adaptation and growth. Think of inflammation as part of the healing, not something to always shut down. And here's a big one. Don't train the same brutally sore muscle group again too soon. Hitting it hard before it's had a chance to recover, typically 48 to 72 hours, risks injury and stalls growth. Train smart, rotate muscle groups, monitor recovery, and stay mobile. So, is DOMS a sign of a great workout or something to avoid? The truth is, it's a bit of both. DOMS is normal, especially if you're pushing your limits. But remember, soreness doesn't always mean progress. Focus on smart recovery, gradual progression, and listening to your body. You grow when you rest, not when you break yourself down. By implementing the strategies we've discussed, active recovery, proper nutrition, hydration, sleep, and massage, you can effectively manage DOMS and optimize your training results. Remember, training should make you feel good, both physically and mentally. Don't be afraid to adjust your training if you're experiencing excessive soreness or pain. Your body will thank you for it in the long run. Remember, you don't grow in the gym, you grow when you recover. See you next time. Keep watching MedGroww and take care of yourself.